What's up, people? Welcome back to Invest with T Claus. My name is Tevi, and this channel is dedicated to my investment journey, along with coverage on crypto, Tesla, Neo, Virgin Galactic, and ChargePoint. Come for the information and stay for the perspective. So this week, the market as a whole saw some solid positive momentum. The SP 500 is up nearly 6%, and that is in big part due to the Fed decision to hold interest rates steady. Fed Chairman Jay Powell stated that the risk around the Fed doing too much or too little to fight inflation has become more balanced, which is good. So we have one more meeting in December to see if they close the year at this level or go higher, right? So before we get into the Virgin Galactic news, one quick note. My birthday is next weekend, and as such, I will be taking the weekend off to celebrate. So this means that next week, there will be no videos at all. So just putting it out there. All right, now on to Virgin Galactic, who has outperformed the broader market in a major way. So in today's video, we'll take a look at the press release Virgin Galactic dropped this week. We have some live footage from the Galactic 5 flight to go over, and I'll close with where I stand as far as buying, holding, or selling. As always, this is not to be taken as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is my personal approach to investing and the thought process behind it. I'd recommend watching all the way through so that you don't miss out on any pertinent information I'll be sharing. Drop this video an early like if you haven't already, and smash that subscribe button. Those are two easy ways to show your support to the channel and help it grow if you appreciate the content. All right, let's get into it. I gotta start by highlighting the fact that Virgin Galactic has delivered on exactly what they said they would for 2023. That cannot be overstated enough. With Galactic 5 now complete, this marks the 6th successful consecutive flight since they launched commercial operations earlier this year. Let's check out the details from the press release. The focus of this flight was to showcase the company's unique suborbital science lab capabilities. Michael Colglazier, the Virgin Galactic CEO, stated, and I quote, "Providing researchers with reliable and repeatable access to a high-quality microgravity environment is vital to our mission of expanding human knowledge and enabling scientific discoveries." And he continues to say, "We will use insights from the mission to enhance the research capabilities of our future Delta-class spaceships. We look forward to playing an increasingly important role in space research in the years ahead." End of quote. As a reminder, Galactic 5 was made up of 2 scientists and 1 private astronaut. Here's what one of the scientists, astronaut 21, had to say about the mission. "The suborbital science potential for institutes like ours is unprecedented, and I'm also struck by the broader societal impact of commercial human spaceflight. After today's mission, Virgin Galactic is now responsible for producing 10% of the world's female astronauts, and I look forward to seeing that number soar for my daughter's generation." End of quote. I mean, stop and think about that, okay? Virgin Galactic has only been in operation commercially for less than a year and now accounts for 10% of female astronauts. Once again, living up to the core value of democratizing access to space for all. Yes, the price is still steep, but project this out to the end of the decade, right? With the Delta class operational, and you can quickly start to see how this easily scales up as ticket prices come down with more frequent flights. And if you're still in the camp of those that believe that they're not going to make it, I'd like to point this out. With how small of a market cap Virgin Galactic actually has, there is nothing stopping another billionaire or simply a legacy airline company to buy them out because they see the potential here. Just putting this out there on the record. Now that said, more near term, this was the last flight of 2023. Virgin Galactic will be taking the month of December to conduct some post-flight analysis and the planned annual vehicle inspections. Now, Galactic 6 is scheduled for January 2024 and will be the first flight to make use of the full cabin for a total of 4 paying customers. That's big. That's something to pay attention to. Last thing to know before checking out the in-flight footage for Galactic 5, the earning call is officially set for November 8th. Things to pay attention to will be, in my opinion, how did Virgin Galactic manage the cash burn this quarter? How much revenue did they actually generate? We had a mix of commercial and research flights. Forward guidance on flight cadence will be important. The question here is, will they stick to once per month or will they up the cadence from here? That's important. And finally, progress on the Delta class design and manufacturing. Now, for the fun part, let's take a look at the in-flight footage.
Just a dream that I didn't think was possible. You know, when a little 5-year-old girl says, I want to go to space, that's not one thing I pursued because I didn't think it would ever happen.
You've wanted to do this for a long time. We're going to find out what all these different pieces of spaceflight are really like.
Yes, we're here for the science, but it's also a lifelong dream. And so my daughter was dressed up in an astronaut costume. She's 5. Watching it through her eyes, it brings it all home.
3, 2, 1, and fire.
Fire.
Okay, you are clear to unstrap.
Weather handles phone out. Welcome to space. Cabin approaching re-entry. Align with your seats.
Welcome back to Earth, our 10th space flight overall.
I mean, this is cool. No matter how many times I see it, it never gets old, right? Especially the look of these everyday astronauts once they get to look out the window. That awe expression is a big reason why I'm a firm believer that more and more people will want to experience this as the idea of space travel gets normalized with safety and reliability, and affordability increases over time. I hinted at this earlier, but this week the stock is up a solid 34%. What you need to realize is, in the same way that the Virgin Galactic stock gets punished more severely when the overall market drops, the opposite is also true when there's positive news specific to the company and the macro backdrop is favorable. Hence, this 34% gain. Now, of course, we are still in the pricing window I gave you the last time I covered the stock. That's again $1.60 to $2, give or take a few cents. But what's interesting is, despite this most recent move, we're just now returning to the 50-day moving average, which is currently sitting at $1.86, while RSI is still reasonable at 56.52. Now, the 200-day moving average is at $3.64. So what does this all mean? For me, this is what it means. There is a large gap between the current price and the next big wall that is represented by the 200-day moving average. And so, short of Virgin Galactic throwing us a curveball during the next earning call, which is unlikely in my opinion, there should be no negative catalyst driving the price significantly lower. And because of that, as we head into year end, with rates holding steady at the macro level, there is an opportunity for the overall market to rally. And if that happens, Virgin Galactic is likely to be pulled along and ride that momentum all the way up. And so for me, the bottom line here is this. I've said it before, but it's worth saying again. Downside risk is minimal on Virgin Galactic at this point. They essentially go to zero or they skyrocket up. Now, with the execution they've shown, I'm firmly in the camp of they will grind their way back up. And for that reason, I'll be adding to my position first thing on Monday morning as soon as the market opens. Any shares bought under $2, in my opinion, is a steal and will go a long way to drop my average cost basis down. There is a world where Virgin Galactic returns to $10 and goes beyond. Owning 10,000 shares, and I've said this before, but owning 10,000 shares when we get there means you're looking at a 6-figure payday and you've essentially achieved a 5x return on your investment. And so the last thing I will say is this. I have my conviction and I'm willing to take the risk. You will have to decide for yourself if you've seen enough out of them to increase your position based on the returns you want to achieve. But on that note, this is it for me today. If you found value in my content, click the like button and share with others who you think could also benefit from it. For my newcomers, subscribe. It's free. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you too can stay in the know. Reminder that I will not post next Sunday as it is my birthday weekend. But in the meantime, you can keep up with me here on Twitter for crypto and NFT related news. Thank you for watching. Stay humble, hustle hard, and I'll see you in the next one.